Hello, 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 and welcome to your daily sales and profit show. It's Power Coach Alicia here. We are here Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we are talking all about how to close daily sales and profit even more. If you have not done it yet so far for the month of October, if you're watching this on Facebook, you will want to drop hashtag October in the comments, and that will get you the guide that goes along with this series. If you're watching this anywhere else, I highly recommend that you get over to Facebook and join the Daily Profit and Sales Facebook group. It's Daily Profit and Sales for female entrepreneurs. I'm pretty positive that's what the group is called. So get there and hang out with us, because that is where you are going to get all the extras and goodies and things that are going to really help you. I'm going to get this shared out. So if you are live with me, I'd love for you to drop hashtag live party in the comments. If you are watching this on replay, it's hashtag after party in the comments, no matter where you're watching it. I'd love it if you would do that. Okay. Just going to get this shared all around. Yes, daily sales and profit strategies for women entrepreneurs. That is the name of the Facebook group. So if you want to join that, be there. You can get the guide that goes along with it. Lots of other phenomenal things that will really help you move your business forward. I was wondering if it would let me do like a quick group share with a whole bunch of my groups, but no. Okay, cool. So I've got that shared everywhere that I need to have that shared. And now we are going to jump into creating/crafting your irresistible offers. And this is how you stand out in the Facebook marketplace. Okay. So also, let's see. I don't think we need to do anything with the guide yet. Oh, this is the last session in our 4-part Facebook sales series. Uh-oh, my pig's messing with the Halloween decorations. So if you can hear that in the background, she's jacking with those. That is freaking hilarious. Yeah. So we are on the last section of your guide, going through offers that convert. Next week, I will have your Black Friday plan book guide all ready for you, and you'll be able to grab that because we are doing that for the entire month of November. This is going to be a nightmare now that she realized that she can do that. Okay, she is so funny. All right, so the very first thing we are going to talk about are key elements of a compelling offer. All right, key elements of a compelling offer is what we are first and foremost talking about, because you need to know what makes a compelling offer. Okay. So number 1 is a clear value proposition. You should shout that out in the comments, type it out. If I don't respond to you live here, it's because I am using StreamYard and I'm unable to see your comments, but I promise you that I will go back, I will check the replay, and I will respond to everything there. Let me see if I can. I don't know how this works. I was wondering if I could make that scroll across the bottom, but I don't know. I can't remember how to do that. Oh, that's the banner. It doesn't matter. So a clear value proposition. What is a clear value proposition? What it means is that you need to be able to articulate what is the value that them purchasing this item or product, service, whatever the hell it is, right? Whether it's the product or service, what is the clear value of them purchasing that specific thing that they are going to get out of it? And being able to clearly articulate what problem you're solving or desire you're fulfilling. So clear value proposition is articulate the problem you're solving or the desire you are fulfilling. Okay. Next is your unique selling proposition. And you might have heard this before, all right? And we are still talking about the key elements of a compelling offer, all right? So this is a clear Ooh, rephrase. A unique selling proposition, a USP. You might have even heard of it before. You need to identify what makes your offer different from the competitors, right? So with my Sales and Made Easy business, what makes my offer different than my competitors is I teach you how to close sales in 72 hours or less using my lead conversion system and working 7 hours or less per week. So you're going to close your leads in 72 hours or less, working 7 hours per week. And that is taking them from cold to sold. So if I was going to rewind that all, my unique value proposition is I teach you how to take your leads from cold to sold in 72 hours or less, working 7 hours or less per week and generating 10K plus per month in recurring income. 7 hours or less per week. Your leads are going from cold to sold in 72 hours or less. Okay, and you're able to do that. When you do that, you'll be able to generate $10,000 or more per month. Now, there are plenty of coaches telling you generate $10,000 and $10,000, $10,000, and then they tell you what their unique proposition is. Some people are manifesting, right? Some people are teaching you how to do that with Facebook groups. Some people are teaching you how to do that with mini workshops. That is their USP. My USP is cold to sold 72 hours or less in 7 hours or less per week, working your business to generate 10K plus per month in recurring revenue. Okay. So it's not that there aren't other people teaching you how to sell $10,000 plus per month, but my USP is that. So what is your USP? The next is a sense of urgency or scarcity when you are crafting your offer. Is it going to be time sensitive? Is it going to be quantity sensitive? Right? So is it the door is going to close, it's going to end, it's going to expire? Or is it the first so many people and then it's done? Okay. So what is it that's going to be your urgency or your scarcity? What you want to do is give people a reason to act now instead of later. What's going to make them move now instead of later? Okay. And then bonuses or incentives, Again, we are still talking about point number one, which are key elements of a compelling offer, right? I'm teaching you how to build this offer right now. All right. So your last part of building a compelling offer is bonuses or incentives. Okay. If you are a product-based business, you could add a service offer as a bonus or as an incentive. If you are a service-based business, the one thing that either way, one thing that you want to make sure of is that your bonus or your incentive helps them implement their original purchase. You don't want it to be an addition to their original purchase or another layer to their original purchase or a different angle from their original purchase. You want it to help them complete their original purchase in a way that they're going to utilize that original purchase. And with this, it's going to make that original purchase easier. So if I am selling my Facebook sales bundle, okay, let's say, hey, Tina, welcome in, girlfriend. If I'm selling, let's say, a Facebook sales bundle, all right, and it's all about selling 10K on Facebook, then if I'm going to do a bonus or an incentive, maybe it's for scarcity / limiter. For the first 10 people who buy this, they are going to get my 10K sales scripts. So they're going to be using the scripts with the purchase. It enhances that. Now, for me, you could also, or from my perspective, I usually don't do bonuses and incentives in that way because I would use the sales scripts as an upsell or a downsell. Okay, but I would use some sort of something else as my bonus or incentive. For the first 10 people, you are going to get a one-on-one session with me where we dive in and map out your business, or this or that. So I tend to not do my example just because they are a killer upsell, okay? But you can do it that way. There are plenty of people who do it that way, where it's the main item and then you've got the scripts, or it's the main item and then you've got the done for you upsell. There's the main item and then you have this complementary thing that helps them use that item better. If you're selling a bowl, the maybe bonus or incentive is the first 5 people is going to get a scraper from that or whatever. Okay. So think of it like that. So if you don't know who I am, I'm Power Coach Alicia, sales trainer, author, and speaker, and I specialize in teaching you how to take your leads from cold to sold in 72 hours or less by working 7 hours or less per week and making 10K plus per month in recurring revenue. Okay, so if that's what you're looking for, my pig is oinking like a crazy person in the background, and it's distracting. Do you hear her? Let me move over. What side are you on? Say hi to the people. Where are you? Oh, you can barely see her. Say hi. Let me turn this way. Come over here. Can you say hi to everybody? Say hello. My name is Woo, the pissed off pig. If you can hear me, I'm making tons of noise in the background and making it to where my mom can't think at all. Come here. Did you eat? I think that's what she wants, is to eat, but she has to wait. Okay, I am back. So if that's what you're looking for, to go from sporadic sales to 10K plus per month in recurring revenue, working 7 hours or less per week, you are in the right place. If you haven't yet, you are going to want to make sure that you throw down hashtag October in the comments, because that'll give you the Facebook sales series guide that goes along with this. If you already have the guide, you don't need to do that. Don't worry about it. But if you don't have the guide, make sure you do that. If you're watching this on YouTube, you want to go to Facebook and search for Daily Sales and Profit Strategies for Women Entrepreneurs. Join that Facebook group, be in my world, dive in, and you'll be able to snag up the guide by going there. Yes, my bratty pet pig. She's beautiful and amazing, and I love her so much. But if you hear randomness in the background, it's her. Earlier, she went and turned on one of the Halloween decorations, and that was going on in the background. She really wants someone's attention. All right, so that concludes the step number one, which is creating your irresistible offer and standing out in the Facebook marketplace. The avenues of that, or that completes the key elements of a compelling offer, but we are talking about creating your irresistible offer and standing out in the Facebook marketplace. So number two is differentiating your products and service, okay? Differentiating your products and service. So if we go back though, just so we can do a quick review for those of you guys that might just be joining us. The key elements of your compelling offer are a clear value proposition. What is the problem that is solving, or the desire that you are fulfilling? Okay, then there's your USP, your unique selling proposition. Identify what makes you different from your competitors. How do you stand out from the crowd? From there, it's your sense of urgency or scarcity. So urgency is a time limiter. Scarcity is a number limiter. Either way, when you layer that on top, you can even do both. It will increase your sales. And then lastly was bonuses or incentives. For the first amount of people, when you buy, you're going to get this bonus, you're going to get this incentive. Or when you buy before the clock runs out, you're going to get this bonus, you're going to get this incentive. All right? Okay. So number two is differentiating your products or services. So the first part of this is focusing on a specific niche or subset of your market, okay? You never want to be like this product or this service. It really works for everyone who, all right? When you start speaking like that, this product or service works for everyone who, you've literally just made it to where you are talking to everyone so that no one hears you, okay? So you really want to focus and narrow this down for the woman who, the man who, the person who. It doesn't have to be a woman or a man. It could be the person who, right? Your income will explode in the niche, and then you can branch out from there because you've already built your base in your niche. So when I launched my business in 2012, my niche was direct sellers, okay? So not MLM, not network marketing, but direct sellers with a party plan business model. So if they had a party business model, that was my niche. Oh, she just tried to turn it on again. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but she keeps turning on my Halloween decoration. This is the first year that she's done this, but now she knows she can turn it on, so she's going to mess with it. I don't think she knew she could turn it on before. She eats the shit off, not the shit, but like literally the pieces off my Santa Clauses around Christmas. She goes and eats the fake holly berries off all of my fucking decor. So she's got Christmas down pat on destroying it. But she didn't realize that that made noise, and now that she does, it's probably going to go off over and over and over in the background. So if you hear it, I hope that that's funny to you, because my pig's fucking with my Halloween decorations. But what is your subset of your market? market. This is the point of this. What is your niche or your subset of your market? I could have been direct sellers, multi-level marketing, and network marketing. However, network marketing and multi-level marketing are different than party plan direct sellers. They're all direct sellers, they're all MLM, and they're all network marketing. However, they have slightly different comp plans and ways that they run their business. Sometimes it's a recruiting-based business. Sometimes it's an auto ship, product-based, order-based business. And then the party plan business was parties plus recruiting plus products. It was all of the things, and very minimally set on subscription based and needing to order a certain amount of things from their customers, needing to order a certain amount of things for them to meet a quota. So I really was a master at the direct sales party plan. And then as time went on, I started bringing in and targeting the MLM and the network marketers. But at the beginning, and probably for 6, 7 years, it was just that subset, just that niche. I got really well known for that, so that then when I brought in other people, I could easily tweak some things for them. But it caused more work for me to add in another layer because they weren't a party plan business and they needed more sales strategies and more Facebook strategies and things like that. So when you niche down like that and you can completely talk to your target audience over and over and over and over and over again, then it's easy to convert that. So now mine is women entrepreneurs or mom-owned businesses, right? So I'm going to be tightening that a little bit more. I go back and forth because I'm going to be a mom forever, right? Until the day I die. But a lot of what I have taught along the years has a lot aligned with being a mom running a business. So I've thought about niching down tighter to mom-owned businesses. And I may do that because there's a lot of mom-owned businesses, and that works really well to lead into my soul healing business for burnt out moms, people pleasing, overgiving of yourself, right? Opposed to the woman entrepreneur where that person has, grown children, they have grandchildren now, they have more freedom and space in their life. That is where I'm moving to in my own personal life. But I find the niche of a mom-owned business is actually more congruent with my entire empire because my empire has multiple divisions. So as I'm speaking this with you, I will be rebranding my Facebook group for daily sales and profit strategies for mom-owned businesses. Okay, but I could tighten that even more. I could say daily sales or daily sales and profit strategies for craft businesses. Mom-owned craft businesses. So mom-owned is more niched, more subset, or I could just come up a little bit and say crafting businesses. See what I'm saying? Or come up a little bit higher, Etsy businesses, or go a little bit deeper, right? So or mom-owned Etsy businesses. See what I mean? So niche it down as far as you need to in order to be exactly clear, know where they hang out, know who you're targeting. And the better that you get at that, the easier it is to convert the people, easier it is to talk to them, easier it is to use messaging and all of the different things that we were just talking about in crafting your compelling offer. So then when we continue talking about differentiating yourself, okay, differentiating your product or service, the next part of this is developing a unique methodology or approach that sets you apart. What's your methodology or approach? So I'm telling you, I'm going to teach you how to take your leads from cold to sold in 72 hours or less. How do I do that? By teaching you how to create and utilize a lead conversion system, which I have actually created. It gets duplicated for you, and you just plop your leads in there and move them through the system. So first and foremost, I teach you the system, and then you get access to that system, and it's your own. So my unique methodology or approach is my lead conversion system that I created. And I tell you what to say at each step in that lead conversion system. I tell you what the intention of that step is. Is it a value step? Is it an offer step? Is it a check-in step? Is it a relationship building step? And what do you say at each of these different areas, right? How do you lead that conversation? So my methodology is my lead conversion system, but I also have a lead generation system, and I also have a customer conversion system and a customer retention system. So all of those things make up my accelerated sales membership. But if I'm just coming off of the front end and my value proposition, right, my unique selling proposition is taking your leads from cold to sold in 72 hours or less. How do I do that? By teaching you how to move your leads through a conversion system, and giving you a done for you lead conversion system. That way, none of your leads fall through the cracks. So what is your methodology for doing what you do that sets you apart? It doesn't matter for those of you guys that are a direct seller. You can't say that your methodology is the same as your company and that sort of thing, because if you do it that way, then you're just like everyone else. You got to figure out what your thing is. The other day on Facebook, I saw that this lady with, is it Princess House? They do cookware like Pampered Chef. She was at the grocery store and she saw that a lady was looking at pots and pans and that she was pretty pregnant. And she noticed that the pots and pans that the lady the lady was looking at were filled with chemicals and really bad for her baby and herself, right? And your body and all the chemicals that are in there. And so she's like, hey, give me your address. I'm going to bring you a pan. Now, she didn't sell her a pan. Pay attention. She says, I'm going to bring you a pan. And then in the story, because I'm reading this, she says, you know what? I decided not to bring her a pan. I decided to bring her entire cookware set. So she donated this cookware set from her Princess House business. And that is a killer approach that sets her apart. Now, she wasn't looking to make money off of this person, but she will make thousands of dollars off of them because of the referring, not because this woman will buy. She has, I think the post said 4 kids and she's pregnant. I mean, she's not going to be buying from her now, maybe later down the road, but she's going to refer her a massive amount of business. But I promise you that that wasn't actually her approach in giving her the pan set. In giving her the pan set, it was to pay this forward, right? So think about how you can, even if you are a direct seller and you are a product-based business, how can you create an approach that sets you apart? Don't get pigeonholed in your head that this is your company that you sell for, okay? Next is to create a brand story or mission that resonates emotionally with your target audience, okay? Oh, I gotta open up this window. It is so hot in here. Ooh. Okay, I'm back. A brand story or mission that resonates emotionally with your target audience. See, if you don't know who your target audience is, you wouldn't be able to do that. Oh, it must be your girlfriend then. This is so funny. It can't be the same thing. I mean, it can't be different people. That's too tight of a story. So Tina, this must be your friend that I saw this story in my newsfeed. I don't know if I'm friends with them or what. I would have to be friends with her as well. Or maybe you commented on it and it's a public post because you and I are friends. It popped up. I have no clue. But that is so funny that was your friend. I doubt it was someone else who did the same thing. I'm positive it was your friend. I would. Yes, it was Sharon. Yeah, I remember that the name was Sharon. I didn't remember the last name, but I swear if I went and looked, it was the lady African American that she took the pot set to. If it was, then it's 100. Oh, now my dog's gonna bark. If it was, then it's 100% the same person. That is so funny that I chose to tell that story today. I love that. So what's your brand story? So you can take the same thing that Sharon did here that I saw on my newsfeed, and that's part of her brand story of paying it forward and giving it to people who that she sees need it, who she sees needs it, without any expectation of anything in return, without thinking to herself that, oh, well, I'm not going to make any money off of this, and I don't know what I'm going to do. It's just like, you know what? She saw this woman who's pregnant with children looking at pots and pans in a grocery store that weren't good for her, and she was just going to give her a pan and then said, fuck it, I'm going to give her a whole set, because what's it going to hurt if her business is successful, or even if it's not? When you pay it forward, the universe rewards you, right? So that's now part of Sharon's brand story, and that's beautiful. It could be part of her mission that once a month she pays it forward and gives back to the people who spend money with her. It could be all of those different things in one. So how are you going to show up? And it's also a tax deduction. So how are you going to show up? What is your mission? What is your brand story? So coming up here for, at the time that I'm recording this live, for Black Friday, the end of year blowout sale, or even my mid-year blowout sale, this next way to differentiate your product or service is something that I do all of the time. And what that is bundle your products or service in unique ways that provide more value. So when you see my Black Friday sale, you'll see how it's bundled for more value, right? If you bought all these things separately, then you're going to pay this much. But because it's Black Friday, you're going to pay this much. And at the end of the year, it's going to be an entire catalog of things that I have done over the entire year, but they will be individual, but they won't be bundled, right? Or it might be when you buy 3, you get this for free. I love anything that rhymes too. So maybe my end of year blowout sale will be when you buy 3, you're going to get this for free. I do know that my Black Friday sale is 2 bundles. My first bundle offer, and then on the thank you page or whatever, there's my next bundled offer, right? So that's another way of doing it. It's another way of differentiating your products or services. Can you offer something for free when they buy so many? Can you do a tiered discount? So when they buy the first thing, it's 10%. They buy the next thing, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And then you could build up. It's kind of like a bundle, but they're getting a discount based on the items that they add to their order. All right. Okay. So number 2 is, let me get back up here. My freaking thing will scroll. Differentiating your product or services, okay? Number 1 was focusing on a specific niche or subset of your market. The more you niche down, the more you'll blow up. Once you blow up, you can spread your market, okay? But at the beginning, you want to be as tight as you possibly can be. 2 is develop a unique methodology or approach that sets you apart from other people. 3 on that is to create a brand story or mission that resonates emotionally with your target audience. I can promise you, people who saw what Sharon did, that hit them at their core. The chance of them buying from her shoots up depending on how she shows up on social media, as in promotion and value. Okay, but because I saw that in a value-based, my guess is she's pretty good with that, and she's going to get a ton of other sales just from sharing that story and paying it forward. And then again, in addition to the person that she gave the stuff to screaming her name from the rooftops. And then the last one for this was bundling your products or service in unique ways that provide more value. If you are just joining us, please drop hashtag live party in the comments. I'd love to know that you're live here. Hashtag live party in the comments. If you're watching this on replay, that'll be hashtag after party. And this is the last session for the Facebook sales series. So if you want the guide that goes along with this, you're going to want to drop hashtag October in the comments so that you guys can get the guide that goes along with this series in rock and roll. So for the next 7 days will be your last 7 days to get this guide. If you drop hashtag October in the comments, my bot Shaniqua will get that guide sent over to you, okay? So this is going to be the last, did I say last day? Last week for you guys to get this guide. And what's going to happen from here is you're going to click that link and it's going to redirect to next month's guide, because this is going into a vault and being packaged as a product, this 4-part series. Okay. So yes, I did it for free for the month of October, but at the end of October, actually, I'm going to do it on October 31st, Halloween. This becomes a paid training and it goes into the vault. Okay. So don't allow yourself to miss out on the power of the Facebook sales series. All right. Hashtag October. So the last thing that I want to talk to you about today on crafting irresistible offers. So this is number 3. Our first thing we talked about was the key elements of a compelling offer. Then we went into differentiating your product or services. And now we're talking about techniques for presenting your offers effectively on Facebook. Okay. So this would be a Facebook page option. Yes, Facebook page option. And that would be to use carousels to showcase the different aspects or benefits of your offer. Okay, so if you are a service-based business, doing a carousel is a lot harder, okay? Because you have to figure out how to make that carousel work. You can't just add a chunk of products to it. Product-based business, you could add, let's say you are a Mary Kay consultant. This carousel could be all about makeup. Then you could do another carousel that's all about skincare. You could do another carousel that's all about pampering. Or you could do a carousel that mixes them all up and you're just using the graphics and linking over to your website, okay? However, when you are a service-based business, unless your graphic has enough detail on it, it's not quite set up the exact same way. So how it would be a cool question at the beginning with the branding of the offer, like what you want to offer. So it's like a good question, or like you have the branding, you have the offer. So mine would have like my A Money accelerated sales system logo. And then underneath it, it's like, are you sick of sporadic sales and working? Are you sick of sporadic sales and giving so much time to not get something in return? Or are you ready for consistent sales, or whatever the fuck? I'm just throwing all that off the top of my head. It would be something definitely powerful if I was, going to consider a carousel ad. Okay. So you do a question at first that is on a graphic that has to do with branding. Then the next thing would be a small teaching point on the next graphic, another small teaching point, another small teaching point. Then your next one would be, that's why I created the accelerated sales membership, because it helps you Then the next one. And then when you do that, you're going to have this result. So if you'd like to learn more about the accelerated sales membership, click here. I don't know how many fucking graphics you get in a carousel ad, but let's say it's that short. It's a pretty big chunk, because I go through every single item on a carousel ad when Amazon does them, and I go look at the shirts or the jeans or whatever, and then add them to one of my millions of lists. But I was just giving that as a short example, right? So you could use a carousel post to differentiate the aspects, to educate, to teach, and also to add value. So you can also, number 2 for techniques for presenting your offer effectively on Facebook, is creating a sense of exclusivity by offering Facebook only deals. I don't have the time, energy, or capacity to go to YouTube and add the link to grab my guides at this rate. So my exclusive offer for my Facebook group, this is a freebie, it's a value bomb, is the guide that goes along with the month. Anybody who's watching on YouTube needs to go and join the daily sales and profit strategies for women entrepreneurs. That's what it's called right at this moment, right? They go and join that, then they can snag up their guide, or they can go to the page, which is currently Direct Sales Made Easy by Power Coach Alicia, right? You go there, you can download the guide. So currently my exclusive offer on Facebook is that's where you can go to get this free guide that goes along with this training series, okay? That is the offer now. It is a free offer, but I can make exclusive offers in my Facebook group, right? That I don't make on my Facebook page. I can make exclusive offers in Messenger on Facebook that isn't made anywhere else. So those are some other options there. Another way to effectively present your offer on Facebook is to use a video to demonstrate your product or explain your service in detail. Let's continue on as being a makeup consultant, right? So you can either do lives that show different ways to apply, let's say eyeshadow for different eyes, or lipstick or blush, or contouring, Maybe one is all about eyes. Maybe another one is all about, your cheeks and the contouring of your face. Maybe another one is all about the application of foundation and and maybe you're going to create a series of this, but you're going to pre-record it all. You don't want to do it live and do it on video, but you're going to pre-record it all so people aren't watching you go through this. You'll be able to edit out blips and everything like that. I personally like to be live and let you guys see who the fuck I am and how I operate and what I'm like. And if I fuck it up or say something wrong, it's whatever. I like to be real, so I don't mind being live and let that be. But some people they're not comfortable with that. I'm definitely an extreme extrovert the majority of the time, so this is good for me. But you could literally do a live series or a series that demonstrates your products, and then as you sell them, you give them access to that video. And that is huge way that we were talking about earlier, an approach that sets you apart. Every single purchase someone makes with you, there's a video that shows them how to utilize that purchase. That's huge. So next on Facebook is crafting compelling headlines that address your audience's biggest pain points and desires. I always say this: if you don't know what I'm talking about, you've never done anything like this, it seems confusing, use AI. Go to AI and say, hey, I'm selling that does. Here's the features, here's the benefits, the result, and the transformation. What is a list of compelling headlines that I could use to post to sell this product? Done. You might want to pause and play that on replay in order to get that, because that was a very, very, very good prompt to put in to AI. The headlines grab their attention, all right? You could use customer testimonials and reviews in your posts to build credibility. This is done really well for weight loss companies. I would say overused in weight loss companies and that sort of thing, but it is very underused in pretty much every other business. So again, we were talking about Sharon earlier, basically what she did was like her own case study / testimonial. Like she could literally use that in a very powerful way and give her the whole pan set, let her use it, and then go back and ask her for a testimonial for the pan set, and then do a case study that says, hey, I met so-and-so at Walmart and she was going to buy dishes that were, or pan set that was full of chemicals, baby, pregnant, kids, da-da-da-da-da. And so I said, screw it. I said, here, use this instead. She doesn't even have to say in the thing that she gave it away for free. I said, here, use this instead. So-and-so started using this, absolutely loved it, da-da-da. Here's what she had to say. Boom. So she can turn that into another way to make major cash. I have already given Sharon 3 or 4 ideas in this session on how to turn that gift into thousands of dollars. Okay? Thousands of dollars. And there is no shame in saying, hey, love, I have no problem in giving this to you away for free. The only thing that I ask, if you know anybody who's, in the market and shopping for this or that or whatever, they love to cook, that you remember me and refer them, right? I wouldn't say that when I first give it, but you always have the right to ask when you're doing something for free, right? Or even if it's paid. If you deliver phenomenal value training, same thing. And then lastly, to help sell on Facebook, presenting your offer effectively is creating a Facebook event for your offer launch to build anticipation and reach more people. Now, Facebook ads, you can boost posts, you can do that, right? But you can also build it this way, invite 500 friends to it. You can share it on Facebook. You could talk about it all the time and it would drive traffic there. You could drop the link there to continue driving traffic. So there's multiple ways that you can do that. You do not have to do ads. So this was techniques for presenting your offer effectively on Facebook, using carousel ads to showcase different aspects or benefits of your offer, creating a sense of exclusivity by offering Facebook only deals, and using video to demonstrate your product or explain your service in action, how-to videos, craft compelling headlines that address your audience's biggest pain points or desires right around 34, 33 minutes in this. You should come back to the replay, play and pause and grab that prompt that I just made up on the fly. I like to use Claude, by the way, Claude.ai. Next is using customer testimonials and reviews in your posts to build credibility. And lastly, create a Facebook event for your offer launch to build anticipation and to reach more people. Okay, so each month generally, except for the month of December, but each month generally, I have a rock camp that I do in the business division, right? And so I create a Facebook event for that. The link that I drop in there is the link to the page to sign up for it, which is a paid training. That is all there. My buck stops there though because of capacity. You'll hear me bring up capacity a lot because I know where my threshold is. I don't have the time, energy, or patience to invite 500 people there, but that will be the next step. But it is there, it is hanging out, and Facebook will recommend events to people, even if you haven't invited anyone. They will recommend events to people, and you don't have to actually start ads to it either, okay? Cool, Tina, I'm glad that I gave you a good idea today. So with that being said, running back through these, we're not going to run back through all the subset points, but number 1 was key elements of a compelling offer. Go back, listen to the replay. You want to have those key elements in so that it is a compelling offer. If you don't create a compelling offer, you become part of the red ocean, which is part of the noise, and it's very hard for you to sell and succeed the way that you want to. Next is differentiating your products or services. You want to set yourself apart from everyone else. How are you going to do that? What are you going to do to differentiate yourself? I gave you a chunk of ideas on that. And then we wrapped up with techniques for presenting your offer effectively on Facebook. So from here, what I would like to know from you is, what was your number 1 takeaway? What was something that you absolutely freaking loved from this session? I would love to know. Something that you were like, oh my gosh, what did I love from this? please shout that out in the comments. I'd love to know. And then the number 2 thing that I want you to comment is, what is your one action that you are going to take from what you learned today? This session was all about crafting / creating your irresistible offer and the different elements needed in order to do that. There's 3 main areas and then the subsets. So just from what I've given you today, if you have a Black Friday sale you're doing, you can beef it up with these different things, right? If you're going to do an end of year blowout sale, you could beef it up with these things. I know 31 consultants, your company is going out of business. You can beef up your sales with these things. Multiple ways to beef up yourselves from just this session. But if you really want to take this to another level, you definitely want to drop #October in the comments. When my bot sends you the message, the second link or third link in that message is about the 10K Facebook sales system. It was a rock camp that I did last Monday, and it was fire. It will be on demand, replayed. It is definitely an evergreen training. It is really phenomenal. Tina, I know you were there, right? I'm pretty positive you were there. Most of that rock camp. It was so fucking good. So many different ways. Yeah. I love that. Tina's blown away by using an event to launch an offer. She didn't know that Facebook would recommend an event if no one is invited. Yeah. And I see events all the time around where I live, local events and online events and stuff like that Facebook recommends to me. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they don't recommend it if you don't have anyone invited, but I'm positive they recommend it without you paying for it. But I would say this, don't be like me. If you absolutely positively can and have some sort of capacity, which I could make space for this, but I have a hierarchy of importance. If you're going to create an event, invite your 500 friends. Okay? So I will say, don't be like me and definitely do that. If you're going to create an event for anything, a Facebook Live, an offer, a freebie, whatever, I would definitely say to make sure you invite your 500 friends. I don't want you taking my lead that way, because my events are not getting me traffic much because I'm not doing that next step. Okay, so if you're going to do that, make sure you do that next little thing. Now, I am here Mondays right around 7 p.m. Eastern. This month was all about the Facebook sales series. Next month is, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, Black Friday, but what am I calling it? I'm not calling it Black Friday. So starting on Monday, we kick off our Black Friday selling, and it is going to be fucking awesome, okay? The very first thing that you're going to learn, which is next Monday, is how to get organized to have a killer Black Friday sale. Then you're going to learn the lessons, my lessons for running a Black Friday sale, what mistakes to avoid in the third week to have a killer Black Friday sale, and then how to cash in on Black Friday. That will be Monday of the week of Black Friday. I also am doing the Black Friday Sales Blueprint Rock Camp, which is killer. It's about your offer. It's about your timeline. It's about your marketing. That Rock Camp is on November 11th. Okay, so Monday you will get, actually you can right now throw in the comments #November. My bot won't send you anything, but throw it in the comments right now and I will make sure that you get the link to that guide, because I'm telling you, not only is the live series going to be phenomenal, the Black Friday Sales Blueprint Rock Camp is going to be dynamite as well. It's $11.11. Then from there, you go into the Black Friday Sales System, which has your entire Black Friday mapped out for you, your timeline, exactly when to post things, send things, message, scripts. I mean, it's everything A to Z. It is so freaking powerful. Then we move into my Black Friday sale. So there's a lot going on. You guys can get on the waiting list for my Black Friday sale. But at the very bare minimum, I would drop #November in the comments so that you can get the free guide that goes along with next month and get a head start on having access to that. But it is going to be a very power-packed sales month. And if you show up here and you stay connected, you're going to learn a lot. But if you step forward and you invest in the Black Friday Sales Blueprint Rock Camp and or the Accelerated Sales membership, you're going to get an even more and bigger result from your Black Friday sale. So I want to say thank you so much for joining me today for crafting your irresistible offer. Go and deploy these things. I want to know what your number one takeaway was. I want to know what your number one action is. And we'll see you guys next week as we kick off our Black Friday series. Bye.